is a special version, and here you can regulate the speed with the eddy brake.
So Papst made a special motor.
Yeah, made a
because,
special
so
motor
that you
for-
could use
yeah,
the eddy current
yeah,
brake.
Yeah, there's a plug-in
Okay.
unit in the.
All right.
This is
I'm with my friend Jaap. So Jaap is the probably the world's greatest expert on turntable motors, and I mean, I don't know of anyone who's a greater expert on idler drive turntable technology and motors. This is the Papst motor that was used as an upgrade for the Thorens 124.
no, it was
TD124.
it was a replacement. Replacement
Right.
because the old motor were
This
not
is,
available anymore.
okay,
This was the older motor.
right.
This was the original older
Very
motor.
nice motor.
Yeah.
But this motor is one of the world's best motors.
Yes.
And this is a three-phase motor.
Yeah, it's a three-phase motor.
And you were explaining that that the motor on the 124 can't be a synchronous motor because it needed to be controlled with an eddy current brake, like the Girard 301 and 401 turntables.
Mechanical brake, mechanical speed regulation.
Mechanical speed regulation,
yes,
right?
yes.
And these motors you can't do that with. So Papst made this motor, special asynchronous motor, just for Thorens, so that it could still be used with the eddy current brake.
Yeah.
And you make a power supply, a very special power supply for these motors to take it up to a level where it's at the top of the heap.
Yeah.
Also for EMT turntables. So maybe we can. These are just beautiful, beautiful things. Maybe you can show us.
I can show the motor. Now this is the motor I'm using in my Thorens reference.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a Papst motor. It's a highest set. That type indication for Synchronous.
Okay.
Yeah. If you look at the motor, it looks.
Doesn't look that much different.
It's not much different. Both are outer rotor motors.
Yes.
If the rotor is running, it's about the same motor. But it is a big difference because this one runs
Synchronous and this is asynchronous.
Synchronous. The speed is controlled by the frequency, only the frequency.
Right.
Yeah. And if you change the voltage to this motor, the speed stays the same. If you change the voltage to this motor, it's running slower.
I see.
If you change the frequency, it's also running slower. If you load it with a belt, it's also running slower. Yeah, there's three things
That would change
have
the speed.
influence on the speed of this
Right.
motor. With this motor, the speed only changes with the frequency. Dus voltage to this motor, if you lower the voltage a bit, speed does change. Torque gets a little bit lower. Torque is same with this motor. And load has no influence. Dus the load on this motor, if it drives a platter, it stays on the same speed.
Can you show us the turntables that you put this into?
Yes.
This is the Valhalla of idler drive turntable, places in the world. Should I put it up here?
Yeah, it's okay.
So this looks like a Thorens TD124. This was made in Switzerland in the 1950s and 1960s. And if you come and take a look how beautiful this machine is.
There's the motor.
Right. So it's actually a hybrid because it's a belt driving.
It's a belt
driving the idler wheel.
Yes.
This is the idler wheel.
Yep.
It's contacting the inside of the platter.
Yeah.
Other idler drive turntables do not have a belt. This is quite unusual.
Yeah. And the brake is gone.
Right.
On this place is normally the brake. Yes, this when you put this on, the speed is directly. It doesn't vary. It stays there.
And the electronics you have made for controlling this motor, they're located in a box down here, right?
Yes, these are here in the lower. Yeah.
So this is essentially one of the ultimate idler drive turntables in existence, this design. The other one would be what you do similar for the EMT. Here's EMT right here, it's a 930. You've done it for 927 as well, right?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
And 950 is a direct drive, so.
Yeah, it's a direct drive, yes. Yes.
And then what about this one? Does it also, have you modified that in the same way? With
No,
Papst?
this is a direct drive.
Oh, that's direct.
It's,
okay.
Yeah, it's a direct drive.
So
Now, what is interesting here, when you put your finger here,
yeah,
when you put here your finger,
yeah, you feel nothing
you feel nothing.
because it's absolutely
yeah.
free of vibration.
Yeah. And that's very important because vibration from the motor is transferred to the chassis.
Yeah.
And
then it's
tone
going
arm
right to the tone
partly,
arm because the tone arm on the Thorens design is actually part of the chassis.
Yeah.
So if you have any vibration here, it goes right into here,
Yeah.
and that's a problem. And then most people also don't have good heavy plinth for this thing. So that's another problem.
Yeah. Yeah. This plinth was also special made. It's from wood. Several different kinds of wood built up. It's a dead plinth. You can.
It is dead.
It's dead. Yeah, yeah. When you put a stethoscope on it, you can hear it. It's almost easy.
Dead quiet.
Yeah.
You see how beautifully done the
Yes.
platter is.
Yeah. This is the.
That's a later platter, right? That's an aftermarket platter?
Yeah, it's an aftermarket platter. It's non-magnetic steel.
And
It's mandatory for use with MC cartridge.
yeah. How about we take a quick look at your bench? Jaap is truly a master technician for idler drive turntables, also tape decks. This is a Telefunken M15. Actually, I have this machine. This is, I know, one of your favorites. It's a reference.
It's a broadcast machine. Dutch broadcast use this machine as standard recorder.
Yeah, and you're working on modifications to Revox tape machines.
Revox, yes. Modifications are.
It's an incredible machine. Also, the motor is unbelievable.
It's a bit the same as a 124.
Yeah.
They built the electronics in a small box.
Yeah.
The 124 is also a small box,
Right.
very small. And they put in 3 Papst motors. 3 Papst motors in a consumer machine.
Yeah.
Nobody did that. In the year 60s, nobody had a recorder with 3 Papst motors inside. A Synchronous Papst motor.
It's huge, that motor.
Huge one. It's what I made what I made for it. Is I did 2 things. The first, the power supply. This is the power supply replacement. It's a PCB with all new capacitors inside, because the capacitors are all this 40-50 years old. They're gone.
And people don't often know that Revox and Studer, the same same company.
Yeah, yeah,
And Studer, of course, Willie Studer's, considered the absolute top of
yeah,
broadcast tape machines,
yeah,
along with Ampex and the Telefunken machines.
yeah, yeah,
So, and here you have distortion and speed and wow and flutter analyzers, some of which were made in Japan at the end of analog, which no one has, right?
This is the latest generation wow and flutter analyzers that were used with video recorders.
Video records, yeah.
Video recorders used a different for a tape recorder. You have always to do with speed. Test tape for 3 kilohertz. That was a kind of reference for measuring speed from tape recorders. But in a video recorder is using a different speed, higher speed. You must also measure the flutter from these machines. So you can't use a standard 3 kilohertz flutter meter. And they developed this kind of meters. They know that wideband flutter meters, you can measure with this flutter meter till 100 kilohertz. So it's amazing.
So it's perfect for not just tape, but also...
This measurement from servo systems, from direct drive motors. They producing a servo signal. And the servo signal is a few hundred hertz. And if you measure, you want to know how much the flutter from that motor is, you put it in this analyzer and you get it.
Fantastic.
That's it's all old stuff, but for this kind of generator, of this kind of recorders, it's perfect.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, Jaap. I don't see any belt drive turntables here.
No.
Why not?
I had a belt drive.
Yeah?
Yes.
And?
Yes.
What happened?
50 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yes.
50?
The big LP12.
Oh, yeah. And?
Well known.
Yeah.
And I had also that time a couple of 1-4s.
Yeah.
In the basement.
Yeah.
I'm using that LP12, and I remember that it was on the internet. I think I saw that Jörg Schopper in Switzerland was busy with these 1-4s,
Yes.
revision work.
Yes.
I saw that, and I thought, I got a couple of these tables myself. Maybe interesting. Go listening. So I took one of these 1-4s, original, put it on. It's running. Speed was not stable, but after a while it was stabilized.
Yeah.
Had an arm on it, a SME, and I put the turntable against the LP12 and go listening, and I was amazed. It was gone.
That was the end of the end of the
it was the end.
End of the belt drive turntables. And an LP12, a Lin LP12, was the turntable, the first belt drive turntable that people took seriously against the best direct drive or idler drive.
Yep.
And because they had a lot of very fancy marketing sleight of hand, little tricks that they did to market this and the magazines helped destroy the market for idler drive turntables and direct drive turntables. Yeah. And but you don't have any belt drive, and I don't either. So go figure. This is what happens if you know what you're doing technically, you don't own belt drive turntables.
Not that burnt. The idle drive, when you're listening to it and you put a record on it.
Yeah.
The one thing you first recognize is the drive.
Yeah. The dynamics.
The dynamics.
Yeah, and the force.
Drive. It's drive.
The propulsion of it.
Yeah.
And that's really where the music is for me.
Yeah.
Some other people, audiophiles, may think, the music is in some part that a belt drive does better. I don't even know what that is.
It's not as quiet as a LP12. It's not as quiet. It's not possible to get it as quiet as that.
Yeah, but
It's
then you,
all
you lose everything else.
it has another more interesting aspect. That is the speed stability.
Yeah.
The speed stability from that turntable idle drive, when it is revised, is very good.
And that, by the way, remember when digital came out,
Yeah.
the way they sold digital was it was quieter.
Yeah.
Like the noise thing was you know, and in our lives today, everything is so noisy, but the way they used quiet to sell digital and to sell belt drive turntables, and they still do.
Yeah.
Figure out for yourself what you think is the most important aspect of
listening.
music reproduction. Yeah.
Go listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compare the.
Yeah. Thanks.